Hello viewers and listeners on JCTV Africa, welcome to this wonderful broadcast as we bring you the happenings at the court where Sengezo Tshabangu, who is being taken to court by the party CCC for impersonating the role of the Secretary General. You recall that few weeks ago, Sengezo Tshabangu was heard to have recalled members of parliament, members of the council, and some members of the Senate, which initiated a by-election that was then proclaimed by the president of Zimbabwe. So now, at this court, there was this application by the members of parliament who have been recalled to stop Sengezo Tshabangu from recalling them, and also to say the Speaker of Parliament acted unlawfully or unconstitutionally to recall these members. And earlier on, there was some scuffle that was happening between the members of the ZRP and the members of CCC who came to stand in solidarity with their members of parliament. This is what transpired, and then after, it was then clarified and explained by the lawyer who was representing CCC and also the spokesperson of the CCC, Gift Ostalo Sizila. Let us listen to what transpired, and then I'll give you my comment later.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, we want to thank Zimbabweans and fellow countrymen for the solidarity with the Citizens Coalition for Change, the authentic alternative for change in this country. We have just been to the High Court in relation to the illegal recall of our members of parliament and members of Senate, and we are very happy as a first entry point that the judgment has been reserved, but it's supposed to happen before the 7th, which is the nomination court, because the judgment that is supposed to come from the High Court has a bearing on the proclamation of the by-election, which we believe as a movement is an unconstitutional act, and therefore we expect the judgment to be handed down as per the decision of the High Court. Secondly, it has been made very clear during the court proceedings that the impositor, Tshabangu, did not prove before the court that he is the Secretary General of the Citizens Coalition for Change, which is the point that we've been making and remains an evergreen subject in the political discourse in this country. Secondly, the fact that the applicant, the respondent, in particular Tshabangu, did not also prove that because he's not a member of the Citizens Coalition for Change and a designated office bearer of the movement, and therefore had no mandate to recall our members of parliament and senators. This has been made and clarified by his request that the political party CCC should be brought into the argument, into the court decision, because the party couldn't, because it has not made any recall of its members of parliament, which is the point that we have been making, and we want Zimbabweans and all interested parties to know that there is no vacancy arising out of section 129K of the Zimbabwean Constitution, that our members of parliament have ceased to belong to the Citizens Coalition for Change, and that our senators no longer belong to the Citizens Coalition for Change. So that has been clarified by the court, and we obviously expect the court to adjudicate in the spirit and letter of the Constitution and protect the will of the people. You know that all this is arising out of the Constitution. It confirms the constitutional crisis that has visited our country. The attack on democracy, the attack on the authentic opposition preserves to say that there is a constitutional crisis in this country which is arising out of disputed election, and that's why we have made the point that all these issues ought to be resolved, and that Zimbabwe must go back to the road to democracy so that we are resolving some of the crises that we are facing. Thank you very much. Hatina kudududza isu sebato tataura kuti application yedu ndeyekuti aripo uyu ane mandate here yekurikola mamembers of parliament, and iye ndiye secretary general here wemovement ino, and honors yanga iri paari iye kuti ataura kuti aiwa ini ndini secretary general. Zvamunoziva vari uimbo CCC haina position ndaakukudza nezvepati yedu, haina position of the secretary general. The way we address ourselves as CCC is different from the movement they assume we are. We moved deliberately as CCC. Munofanira kuziva kuti isu hatina kufana nemabato amunoona akaita kuzvarwa from a communist infrastructure. Nomenclature yedu yeTCC haina zvana secretary general, and ndozvataurwa mukoti muno kuti ari kutaura kuti ndini secretary general ndini nobhala weTCC haasi ndochinje kutanga. Number 2, haana kuratidza court kuti inini vanhu ava ma-members of parliament havasisiri ma-members eTCC, nekuti chinorekolisa munhu kuprova kuti aiwa uyu haasiri asiri nhengo yeTCC, haana kuprova zvinhu izvozvo. Ndo nyaya iri padare, ndosaka tabvisa nyaya yana speaker nedzimwe nyaya, nekuti mongo wenyaya iri pakuti ma-members eparliament asiza here kuva ma-members eTCC. Ndochinje kutanga. Number 2, uyu avarikola uyu ndiye here ane mapowers acho ekurikola ma-members. I hope I've clarified that for the purpose of the SNPC. Thank you very much. Dare rataura iro kuti richapa judgment before the nomination court, because noziya kuti by-election iri kunzi rinofana nomination court kusvika musi wa7. Saka isuwa happy sebato nekuti court ichaita hand down this judgment before the 7th, nekuti judgment inoaffecta zvichaitika zvakaproclaima neZimbabwe Electoral Commission. Ndosaka takamirira kuti judgment ibude, and tine mufaro nenyaya yekuti judgment inofana kubuda musi wa7 because ndo nyaya.
My name is Advocate Amanda Sengezo. I was presenting for some of the applicants in this matter today. I'm sure that the summary of the case has been overstated, but all I can do is just say that I'm satisfied that our case is properly before the court. I think any issues that arise have been clarified to the judge to the best of our satisfaction on the legal issues, which issues really we submit relate to the validity of the first respondents' powers or authority to be able to have recalled members of parliament and members of the Senate, respectively. It was a long battle. There have been many legal minds that have been involved into reaching the point that we're at now. Now the matter is safely before the court's hands, and we've been promised a determination before the nomination court sits, which is very relevant to us because then that is going to determine where we go from here. So just thank you to everybody involved, and I think that's all that I have to say. Ngisho ukuthi mina ngu-Advocate Amanda Sengezo, yimi bengimela ama-applicants lawa we-CCC ngendaba yama-recall. Sesiyenzile indaba yethu, safaka amaphepha ethu ekhotini, sesimelele ukuthi impumelelo izaba yikuyini.
Kuzahamba njani? Kuzayenza?
Hayi, ithemba silalo, kodwa ngeke ngisho ukuthi kuzahamba njani. Lapha sokusele emandleni ecourt ukuthi isitshele ukuthi what will be the outcome.
The lawyer representing Sengezo Tshabangu has argued that the strategic ambiguity still works, and Sengezo Tshabangu is the Secretary General of the CCC. And this is what he had to say.
Nasi rangarire zuva rake rekuenda kukoti. Munoziva kuti kune vanhu vakadzingwa neCCC kuparliament nekusenate, ndivo vakamuendesa kukoti nhasi. Saka nhasi nyaya yacho yanzwika. We are very confident kuti achawina because ndiye interim secretary general weCCC zvinotozikanwa.
Kwaivo veCCC vanga vachimboti zvoni havana maposition akadaro ekuti munyori chichi vane zvana change champion vaChavangu vakasarudzwa kupi?
Right, maybe that is very misleading because the CCC yanga isipo mukoti havana kutaura kudaro. Kune vanhu vari kufamba vachiti ivo ndive veCCC. Tshabangu akasarudzwa saNelson, munoiziva strategic ambiguity yaya, ndiyo yaita kuti Tshabangu aite interim secretary general. Saka zvokufamba zvakadaro. Edale namhla uba kuTshabangu njengoba ube bochisiwe ngamanye amalunga awaxotshayo kuCCC, ube indaba yankhona izwakala namhlanje. So namhlanje kufikiwe enkantolo yakhulunywa lani lezizwelo ukuthi ubechaya ngendlela elobunono ophezulu. So okukhona ukuthi uChabangu Interim Secretary General we-CCC. Ukuthi abanye abamhloniphi akutshintshi ukuthi nguye uSecretary General we-CCC. Njalo kule enye into ukuthi kulabantu abathi i-CCC kayimazi. I-CCC kade ngekho ekhodi. So i-CCC ihamba lo Tshabangu. Bavumelana. So iko khona.
May we have your full names?
Ngobani Sithole.
Do we address you as advocate?
No, I mean attorney. The instructing advocate has been Uri.
Oh.
Yes, Louis Uri. Today, it was a date upon which this matter was going to be heard. We represent Tshabangu in this matter where certain members of the recalled members of CCC and the senators had taken him to court. Today we had arguments on the matter, and their argument was that he is not the member of CCC. As you heard in court, he is the member of CCC and an interim Secretary General. So the court is yet to decide on the matter. The matter is sub judice. But all what we can say at this stage is that our client has a good case. He needs to be heard, and people must take him seriously, because just to dismiss him for the sake of it will not assist anyone. He has a very good argument in court, and we are hopeful that we will succeed.
To Zimbabweans, for avoidance of doubt, that CCC is the authentic opposition in this country. It is being attacked and harassed because we chose a different path, a path to democracy, and a path to make sure that we change the country lives of ordinary people. So what you see in the courts are manifestations of the blows of tyranny, are manifestations of the attack on the authentic opposition. But why are we smiling in the face of all these challenges? Because we have hope. There's so much despair, but we know that we're going to make it to the appointment with the future, and that future is changing the country lives of ordinary people. Thank you.
There you have it, viewers and listeners. That is the position of CCC. And according to you, what do you make of this whole scenario that we are being presented to? And do you think that the judge, Munamato Mtevedzi, is going to present a satisfactory answer to the CCC? Do you think the by-elections are going to be stopped? And do you think that Sengezo Tshabangu will live to fight another day, or he will succeed in recalling these members of parliament, and he will succeed in proceeding with the by-election? I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share this video with your family and friends, and I'll see you on the other video.